And there you have it, the starting lineup for the Adamson Soaring Falcons. A few familiar names we're seeing there, and like we said, we're seeing and hopefully, bring change here for the Falcons. Meanwhile, on the other side, Ateneo Blue Eagles, your starting lineup, also familiar names we see here.
And, take the stage this time around.
Opening serve by Adamson, good pickup. Pasino picked up by Domingo. Tip gets Adamson the first point.
Towering over the blockers of Adamson.
That's why it's important, for Adamson to make sure that they have, they guard the floor very well. But service from the Blue Eagles. Menor, cross court. Senior once again, good pickup. Oh, straight into the net. Point goes to Ateneo.
Really heavily relying on the opposite spiker. They have been successful so far, but I think this is the danger. You get so predictable for the blockers of was the decoy. And they got that point.
Drop shot, saved. Good coverage by Costello. Domingo. Once again for Pasino, bounces off the head of Menor. Dukusin. Well, that was a good save. Free ball, what do they do with it? Dukusin off the block and bounces off the hands of the blocker.
Sure, his foot will go beyond.
That took a lot of control. But it's probably... Good serve. They go to Menor. Good pickup by Ateneo, team captain. And he gets the score for Ateneo. Ateneo gets set number 1.
In set number 1, and Ateneo just really pulling through the moment when they needed it the most at the tail end. Ateneo also with 43% success in digs.
Matas, good coverage. Oh, that was an excellent play. Domingo with a one-hand set. Excellent connection with Obeda.
Ateneo obviously very strong offensive team.
Another excellent defense at the net for Ateneo. Well, that means for Adamson, rather. Another block from Adamson. Excellent defense at the net. Tahiludin, good serve. Pasino. Costello will set up Visorio, who is denied.
Oh, wow.
Oh, what an angle from Pasino. Not as sharp as before.
He's got the crowd cheering as well. Sometimes
you gotta give it to them,
Yeah. Oh, we love that.
Good hit.
Cross-court attack. On deck to serve for the Blue Eagles, Patas.
Good strong serve. Tahiludin off the block. Gutierrez gives it back to Alejos. It's a very small space to work with.
And in that last point, he managed to squeeze it in between the two blockers.
Pasino denied by Menor. And Ateneo. In the past seasons, as I recall, it has been quite the same story for both of these teams. Another block, and Menor once again denying Pasino.
You just need 1 point to close out the set.
Good pass as well, of course, from Ateneo. Batas off the block, picked up by Menor. Domingo. Good coverage for the Soaring Falcons. Menor from the back row. This is an overhit. And Adamson gets the point. Tahiludin wins the joust at the net. It's really one of the best strategies that you can have. And the set 3 is underway. First point goes to Ateneo. Of course, they would want to start out strong.
You see Coach Vince still reassuring the guys, saying, calm down, bawi lang.
Salarzon off the block, kept alive on the side of Adamson. Dukusin gets the set off the hands of the blocker. Good save by Okeke. Short by Salarzon. Set up for Dukusin, too short. Good save, Salarzon once again. Off speed, and that does it for Ateneo.
We're still we're at the beginning, but we don't actually make a difference there at the net.
That's actually a big thing, you know. You see how much they celebrate every time that they get to deny somebody on the side of Ateneo. Domingo, set up there for Dukusin, off speed, good save by De Castro. Batas, but also good defense by Menor. Dukusin off the block.
Oh, another long rally.
Drop shot, still alive on the side of Adamson. Whew. Gutierrez goes to Salarzon.
The captain.
So they're able to keep that alive.
You know what you have to appreciate.
Any chance that you get, oh, that was outside. Right, the slightest of margins.
There was a swag. The samurai blow.
So the variation doesn't end
with just the attacks.
Yes.
But then sa celebration because both teams are playing on an even field. One each. It is out.
It is outside, right?
Domingo is actually the one earlier.
That's outside. Or it touches the line, so that is a service ace. Oh, there was recognition on the side of Ateneo. No need for the challenge, they said. They acknowledged the touch. It's Brian Castro.
For Adamson and 2 block points. And most of the points really coming off errors.
That's right. From the back row. Is that out? Tahiludin not successful, although that was a good play. Adamson is admitting to the touch. Point goes to Ateneo. Good pass. Tahiludin picked up. Oh, that was a poor reception, a free ball given to Adamson. What will they do with this? Combination play does not work.
Garces. Those moments that you're not sure anymore na ba yung tumama.
Oh, because of how fast things were. But this time around, there was no touch also. They're down by 2. He already has 15 points. Salarzon picked up by Tahiludin. Menor off speed. They go to Salarzon once again.
Oh.
Did they catch some hands? There was, I think. Leuco Gimbal now serves for set point. De Castro. Okeke. Oh, I think that it would have gone outside, but if you're not sure, then why not? Okeke getting a point for Ateneo.
Familiar.
I mean, we wouldn't expect anything less. They've set the trend, so why not do it again for the third set?
You know, I love how,
you know, the challenges that happen at this stage, usually it kind of breaks the momentum. So was there a touch? No touch, according to our replay.
I mean, we did mention earlier how they've only beaten UE in the previous season. And I mean, look at how they're also challenging Ateneo now. Keep your blockers guessing.
Tahiludin just safely over. Pasino denied. Pasino once again. Good pickup by Dukusin. That was a tough angle that they managed to pull through. And Tahiludin. Take a look at that. That was a sharp angle. And, you know, Adamson has been struggling with that area. And finally was able to get a good pickup in Menor.
You're I love how both teams are really fighting hard for this game.
Denied by Garces. What a comeback here for the Soaring Falcons.
I mean, it was a rough season 87 for Adamson. And,
I think both teams are really trying to distribute all the sets as much as possible.
I think, for both these teams, we have mentioned, they have different perspectives, coming into today's match. Ateneo always at the cusp of getting into the top 4, but just somehow, hindi lang umaabot. Meanwhile, we expect nothing less from the Blue Eagles.
That ball bounced off the net, but I think it touched some hands. Salarzon gets the set and finds an open area. Ateneo up by 2. It's 3, serving 1. 5-point advantage being enjoyed by Ateneo. He gets another chance. This time around, just sends it softly over. Pasino denied. Okeke off speed. Another opportunity now. They go to Tahiludin, who's denied. Flestado keeps it alive. He gets the set. Quick attack. Blocked. This is going to be a free ball. Guy goes to Quick. Kept alive by Ateneo. This is too close to the net. It's going to be a free ball. Another long rally. Pasino.
You also cannot give up.
That's right. I mean, all the players will probably, they're out of breath. I mean, everybody's holding on to their knees.
Because, these are not simple.
Good serve, but a good pass as well. Quick attack. And it's much you can do, really, with a important serve here for Alejos. He puts it over. Perfect pass. Domingo goes to Minor, and why not? He has been scoring for Adamson.
What you want to avoid is going into that 5th set. I mean, if you can hold on to this, extend it in the same fashion as they did previously, but that one is clear. They really are holding on so tight here in this set.
Oh, that was out, barely making the line, but I think they will try to challenge this. Perfect pass on the side of Ateneo. Keke from the opposite, gets denied. Tahiludin and Garces teaming up. Let's take a look at the replay. No touch, no hands.
Isn't a forced error. I mean, you're the only one there committing that error.
Quick attack, Coguimbal pushes it. Was there a touch from the block?
No
touch. Coguimbal thought there was. I think would they be challenging this? Yes.
7-6.
Pass is good. Domingo goes to Dukusin. Ball still alive. Domingo returns. Quick thinking on the side of Adamson.
Well, when he gets that opportunity at the net, he won't think twice and take that opportunity.
So the earlier challenge that Ateneo had with this reaching over, it was on the favor was on the side of Adamson. So the same time or the same for this instance. So no.
Solid, Tapos tumama lang and lumabas. That is a tough one.
Close to the net. Garces was there. So now for Adamson.
You also see Coach Vince Mangolabnan on the other side checking in. Who had that touch, and what an eagle eye from the coaching staff.
Passers on the side of Adamson. Better pass this time. Go to Minor. Ball still alive. Who will they go to? They go to Okeke. Oh, but there's a challenge. Adamson just needs to have a good pass, but there is a whistle. The point is awarded to Adamson. Was it a wrong server? That is so anticlimactic.